What's up, YouTube? It's me, the artisanmc, on my drive. The artisan has returned. So like, share, subscribe, or stream if you feel so inclined. So, as a follow-up to yesterday's rant, I did get to have a decent dinner. Went to one of my favorite spots in Concord. It's a whiskey bar. Went in, did not order whiskey because I was too angry, so I didn't want to get all sloppy. So I went ahead and had me beer, good IPA, and burgers, sweet potato fries. And while I was there, my homeboy Sleep turned up. Now, while I was on the string yesterday, he had called, and we had been trying to connect since before I went to Vegas because he was coming back to the Bay for his birthday. This is my homeboy I went to high school with, right? Like I told y'all, godfather of my chauffeur. And when I was leaving work and had missed my fucking date, I texted him, let him know, hey, I'm going home. And this is where I'm going if you want to come through. And sure enough, he was in the area and he said he was coming through. So I was sitting there eating my food. He rolled in and it was good to see my brother again. And we had a conversation, had a little food, a little drink. Got to sit down and chill with each other and just sit across the table from each other as two grown ass men. Right? Not unlike we haven't done many times before. But this time it's a little bit different in the sense that we both got some gray. He has more than I do, all in his beard. He got salt and pepper all in the beard. I just got a couple of strands last year. But it was good to be sitting with each other and talking face to face, finding out what was going on with each other. Like we have done many times before, going out, everything else was just bullshit, just boys, right? But hearing about certain shit I didn't know he went through the last couple of years. I didn't know because he wasn't saying. I can tell you, I'm a friend of yours, and I'm bad about calling people. Terrible about calling people weekly, monthly, checking in on them and shit like that. I don't. There's few people that I call and check on. It's usually some fucking chick that I'm fucking with. Regular folks, I don't call them. Maybe it's just my disposition. Maybe it's just how I was raised. I just don't call people all the time. No. So wonder to me why I do it. I have some theories, but nothing proven conclusively. But caught up, a bit about what he went through. Some of the shit went through was Battlesphere content galore. I mean, for real. I didn't even know he had got married again. Yeah. I also didn't know he got divorced again really quickly. In a year. I also didn't know the shit that he went through behind this goddamn divorce with this woman. And in some ways, it was funny because it paralleled, in a sense, shit that I went through, years before. And I thought that was really interesting because this friend is responsible for introducing the woman who became my wife to me. We all went to school together. We met her first, and she was all into the picture of the three of us together, me, him, and my boy Donald. And she wanted to know who I was. I ended up being the one getting into the relationship with her. High school girlfriend turns into, first love, first wife. So he has a connection, all of us, to both of us, I should say. He is the godfather of our daughter. He's godfather of my son, ate with her. You know that woman too. So this is my boy, right? So it's interesting to see that shit that I went through with ex-wifey, some of which you don't know because I didn't tell us that. Same kind of shit he went through with this other bitch. Same shit my brother went through with his chick, old chick. It was so funny. Boy started telling me the story about the chick, and I told her, I said, don't tell me she's from Philly. She was. But how the fuck did I know? How did I know? Some East Coast chick pulling all this bullshit. When I say rig ups, I mean rig ups, nigga. Rig ups. But he hit some hard times for a minute, about a year or so. And I felt for him because I had been there. I had been there. He talked about being homeless and shit for a year. Like, yeah, I was there too. After fucking around with your friend on a divorce. Yeah, I was there too. So I didn't share that with him. But it was interesting to see how our lives parallel each other so close. Other thing that was good was being able to sit there and reconnect with my homeboy. I ain't seen him in a minute. Find out he ain't in the land no more. He out of there. He lost him. So I got another reason to come to Texas. Watch yourself. Go ahead. Get beastly. And because this is my homeboy I grew with, we're into some of the same shit. We got into the same things together. Guns, swimming, pool playing, weightlifting, comics, all that shit. He's actually one of my closest friends who was the first one to actually congratulate me on the shop. He knows the shop because he used to buy comics there. He was a big X-Men fan. He used to buy comic books there. And he said, you bought the shop, man? That's big. He was actually putting some weight on that shit. He was. Yeah, I did. But I also closed a year ago. And that's still big, though, man. What the fuck? How do you, all the money you poured into that place? I'm saying, exactly. But you know me, I wasn't looking at it like that. It was something I wanted to keep around. Like, it's in me to do. I was trying to fix it. But he was really interested in that because I wasn't thinking about it at the time. He was my first old homeboy to actually own a business. He was. By the time he moved from Cali to ATL, I came to ATL to visit him. He had already bought houses and had already started his own business. This is in his 20s. He wasn't 30. He's in his 20s. He's what I told you about that we talked about it before he moved, and he said he's been in the city too long. He knows where every street is. He knows where every street is. And he packed up his fucking car and got the fuck out of here. He left. I couldn't. I had a son by that time. He knew that. He saw what I was going through, and he had a scare, and he was like, nope, not me. I'm the fuck out of here. Like I said, people can teach you different things. What to do, what not to do. You didn't want to be dealing with the shit I was doing. Fuck out of here in the way. Currently, he's dealing with it. With his first wife, pulled the same shit my son's mother did. Got some shit, filed some shit. They said nothing. They said nothing. All of a sudden, motherfucker gets hurt. Had a lawsuit or something. Supposed to get paid for that. And all of a sudden, state taking money from him. Why? Arrears balance on some child support. This bitch filed while the child is staying with him. He's seeing her ass dead there every other day. She ain't said shit. Filed the shit he was accruing arrears balance that whole time. Since the kid was 3. Motherfucker's about maybe 15 or so now. Bitch. So he dealing with his level of shit now. And it's a level of shit that I've recently come out of. I told him, I said, yeah, I just paid off my kid. I just paid off the ends. Now my homeboy going through it. And because of the shit he was telling me he had been dealing with this last few years, Last 4 or 5 years, I understand why he got all that gray in his beard now. I understand why he got that shit now. Stress, nigga. Stress ages you quick. And I told him, I said, yeah, the shop was doing that to me. That's why I started popping gray. I'd never had gray before. Having a shop was popping gray. Wasn't sleeping, having anxiety, all kind of shit. Told him some of the shit I was going through with staffing, motherfuckers trying to rip off the place, gave the place out of money, have to argue with fucking employees' parents because the parent decides the child needs a raise after the third day of work. Are you fucking kidding me? I told him that shit. He said, are you kidding? I'm like, I am not kidding you, buddy. I am not kidding you. No. Back and throw this motherfucker out of my place of business. In there thinking he about to bully or demand of me. I pay his child more money. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of my place. Fuck out of my place of business. What you gonna do? Get a goddamn raise when I feel like they deserve it. What up, Nigel? Yeah, it's a cold world out here. So niggas carry heaters. That's why. Yeah, studio third day. And it wasn't even the sun. It wasn't the sun. Sun was an awesome work. Awesome work. It was the father. The father was pissed off because I made his ass wait. And since the business closed up at 7, and I was teaching his son how to close out my goddamn register, and we had a customer in there, we let that last customer do their shopping, and then I ran his son through the process on closing out, making sure this money fucking right. Right after he walked out the door, then his father want to come in and talk all, reckless about when is he getting a raise. What? That ain't shit I got to discuss with you. My mother never did no shit like this. When I got a job, even when I worked for a relative, that wasn't the conversation. It was, oh no, the fuck out of here. Not gonna hold this against your son, but you out of line. Because you don't think it's enough. It's enough. Your son agreed to it. So what the fuck are you here for? On day 3, 2 of those days were training. This is the first day he actually had to do any fucking work by himself. Asshole. And all I was thinking about standing there talking to that fucking dude is that part of you that speaks up. This motherfucker in your business. You can kill his ass right here. In your business. I got cameras. Cameras is on. Can fuck you up in here legally. Fuck out of here. Fuck you gonna do? Say no? See, what his issue was his son was working for a nigga. That's what his issue was. And since this Negro was exerting some fucking control and making his ass wait, he didn't like that shit. Too fucking bad. Your son needs to learn this shit. And I am doing my actual job and this. So I have just driven an hour down here to come teach your son this shit. So I make sure he's doing my work correctly. If you got a problem with that shit, you got dinner to make. You go make fucking your ass in the kitchen. You gotta have dinner or stuff like this. Well, you're gonna have to wait. What the fuck? Anyway, enough about that asshole. But talking to my homeboy about that, he thought it was a big deal. And I hadn't even paired it up to the fact that he's the first one I saw had a business. So we've actually both had businesses. Also, both been divorced. Both have kids now. Our lives has actually both been homeless. Our lives have actually paralleled each other a lot. Even separated us parallel. It shouldn't be seen from people is interesting. So that's why I say it was good to see him again, because I told him, look, next year, your birthday next year, Las Vegas, that pool tournament is happening again. This my nigga that played pool with me. Oh, what? Tournament, how was it? I said, it was awesome. Tell me you played in it. I didn't play in it. I didn't have a stick. But the entry fee was like $10, nigga. I wasn't gonna spend $500 to put 10 down and play. That didn't make no sense. But I told him what I did do is that I joined that organization. The APA, I joined that organization. And looking for a league around me. But in my area, there is no league. They're all above or below me. I'm in a dead zone. But what I also saw on there is that you can start your own league. I mean, you can start your own team. I'm going to look into it and see about starting a league in my area. Because why the fuck not? That's why I saw so many people there with team shirts on and shit like that, because that's what they did. Bowling league, pool playing league, billiard league, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I'm going to look into that, because when I looked on the map, it was just like when I looked on the map for the comic shop. In the empty spot where there's nobody else around, you should be able to thrive and pull on all those people around it. But you're the closest alternative. Same thing with my location in terms of pool play. There's nothing else around me. But around me, there's a lot of pool halls, which makes no fucking sense. Which means my fix-it brain going, somebody needs to pull all this shit together. Somebody needs to. And in my sense, why not me? Why the fuck not? No, I'm not the most inspiring leader. But I don't have no problem doing the hard work to pull shit together and make it work. I don't. It's like Fight Club, nigga. You don't have to know who the originator of it is. I just have to be able to walk through the crowd and see y'all enjoying yourself, beating the shit out of each other. So I'm looking into that. I did join the organization. I did pay my $30 because that's cheaper, which means I'm automatically in there next year. Next week, I will get that ticketing done and get my hotel situation together ahead of time, because I will be there for that. I'm taking off for that. That's going to be the trip for August of next year. Hot August nights, pool playing in Vegas. Hopefully, with my homeboy. who play pool with me. That'd be awesome. That'd be fun as hell. 1 second, you guys. Hell no. I already like Vegas anyway. Then I can actually visit Vegas and play pool. During Leo season. Oh, gee, why the fuck not? So now I just need to. I got a whole year get my game back up because I'm older. My eyes is working differently. Like Fast Eddie Felson, I got to get my wheels tightened up, get my game tight again, or I should say tighter. And that's what I'm gonna do. I might take that week off because the tournament is 10 days. Maybe I can give them 7. But it sounds like fun just thinking about it. So getting to see my homeboy again was awesome for me. That it finally came together, and it made me see that all the shit that was happening yesterday, all the minor fuck ups and things not working correctly like they should work, or not working as they have worked many times before in the past, not working that way, was probably by design to get me to the place to being able to sit there with my homeboy and actually have a meal and a conversation with him and find out what he went through, what he has been through, what he has going on, and some shit for the future because he wants me to come out to Austin because there's some work we can get into, some serious work that we can get into, and that might be a good trip for me because he was putting it out there. I was telling him, I was sitting there laughing about it because we were swapping stories about some chicks and shit, right? And I told him how funny it is that the shit that we did as teenagers, I talk about that, or we talk about it in these spaces all the time, and it seems like it's some magical, mystical shit on talking to fucking women to most of these guys nowadays. And it's not. You just fucking talk to them. That's what we did. Anywhere we went, we just talked to women. It's like my coworker asked me the other day about being in Vegas, and she was like, "Oh, did you take a lady with you?" It's like, no, no. Oh, I thought you went with a lady. Why would I need to do that? Because in my mind, why do you bring sand to the beach? You never bring sand to the beach. If you got a cool chick that you already fucking with, y'all want to go on a Vegas trip, yeah, that's fine to have some freaky shit going on. It's good. But you can go to Vegas single. You know why? Because Vegas is the town to party in. People are all on vacation. They all out to have a good time. It's called Sin City for a reason. You can get into anything in Vegas if you got the nose to look for it. Nigga, it's out there for you. You don't need to bring a chick. All you need to do is get your ass in the shower, wash up, some fucking cologne on or something, and get your ass out there and get in traffic. You can talk to chicks on the street, in the club, at the restaurant, in the casino, at the fucking buffet. It's women all over the place. Fuck, you're in a privileged position if you were born with a pair of natural testicles between your legs, that most of the world is females. So there's plenty of targets out there for you to hit. It shouldn't be a problem. We talking about it. He was all over in Thailand and China and all kind of shit. So that's what's up. But being that he has his shit, being his passport, I'll get mine back. I'm like, man, we could be some world traveling niggas. What up, Herb? I said, yeah, that's what's up. That'd be fun. That'd actually really be fun. Me and my homeboy traveling around to different places, just getting into shit. Because he said for his 50, he wants to do something big, and he had to remember I'm older than him. My 50 is this year. He's like, where you going? I told him, I want to go to the Maldives, but I don't think my passport will be back in time. I don't think it'll be back in time. He said, damn, that'll be the spot. But no, go here. Go here, this spot. You'd love it. And I take his recommendation that I'd love it because he knows me. He's grown up with me. He knows exactly who the fuck I am and exactly the type of shit that I enjoy. So, Sportsman Bar in Dominican Republic. Okay. I will look into that shit. But I have finally made it to work. It's red shirt day. It says on the clock I'm 45 minutes late, which means I'm not late at all. Because none of the work actually gets started until 9. So I'm going to get in here and get this slew of bullshit they got on my plate for today done. And then I'm on call this weekend. So you can get an on-call stream on Sunday. And maybe by that time I will have gone through some of this Disney investor shit. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But you will get a stream. About what exactly, not sure. So I'm gonna get in here, get some of these dirty clothes I had piled up at home in this wash. Since I'm gonna be here all weekend, I'm gonna do my laundry and throw that in the washing machine at work and get that shit done because I gotta multitask. I didn't realize y'all could see that shit. Whatever. Fuck. But that's it. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. I have been Artisan MC, and the cacophony has faded. And maybe the universe was cock blocking me for a reason because it wanted me to actually have time with my homeboy, which I appreciate, which was the better part to that whole day. So I'll take it in stride. I was pissed off at the time, but speak up a little bit more, universe. You know who the fuck I am. You know how you made me. You're gonna have to. I need a bigger sign. Okay. So with that, I'm out of here.